by the soul as we get settled to connect with our breath. Starting by listening to our breath and our breathing. Listening to the breath and to the breathing. And slowly inviting the breath to become longer and slower. Like each breath is a little longer and each exhale is a little slower than the one before. And our focus is really on the experience of the breathing. Shoulders loose, jaw loose. And as we continue to breathe, we can even take the breath in, the inhale deep into the abdomen, to the diaphragm, down below to the navel, maybe even lower if you can. And then maybe hold it for a count of 2 or 3, or as long as you can comfortably. And then exhaling from the abdomen. If you have some inner noise within you, some thoughts or excess feelings, you're welcome to exhale with sound. That will help maybe to release some of those feelings. Who are you? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? Who are you? I never ask who you truly are because you always truly are what you believe you are. So that can change sometimes. But when this question, who you are, comes up, just take a minute to see what comes as an answer within you. And take a minute visiting that which comes to you when you ask the question, who am I? Not like with desperation, with curiosity. Some have their occupation come, like I don't know, a nurse. Other things about the resume, some come what they proud of, like I'm an artist or I'm a lawyer. I'm a good person. I'm a light being. What came to you? The 3-year-old you, the angry you, the lover you, the son or daughter, grandchild, or grandparent you may be. Parent, who are you? Let's invite one of your favorite answers, maybe 2 of who you are, and just hold it in your heart and celebrate you for a slight moment, or maybe for a big one. Yeah, you're worthy of a celebration every now and again, maybe like twice a day. Are you also the things you don't like about yourself? Sometimes people talk to me about their lives and the things they don't like about themselves. They say, that's not really me. And of course I proceed to ask them, who is it? Are you only the things you like about yourself? If I met you personally, how much you need to tell me about yourself for me to figure out who you are? What would you have to say so that I would know who you are in a way that feels right for you? Stories and memories and beliefs, like a tapestry, a quilt, with some smiles and some tears, and some precious moments and some boring ones. Who are you? I say often in my classes, if you want to know who you are, go ask 5 people that know you, and then put it in a blender. And the common denominator probably will have a portrait close enough. And then there's your spirit. I believe and I perceive that every person alive have a spirit in them, a soul and then a spirit. The soul is the spark of life that is within you, and the spirit is when you expand through this spark of life, you feel a part of you that is not in words, that is always inspiring, and that feels like at home, like yes, yes, my presence. And who that spirit is has very much to do with what and how you wish to create or are creating in this lifetime, in this world of yours. And what the spirit is about becomes many topics that you feel are very important and dear to your heart. How do you know that you tap into your spirit's consciousness? There are some memories that we have from a very young age of how we felt about ourselves. And as we get older, they never change. So you still feel that same way inside. Like the way something makes you laugh, or the way you feel hope, or the way you see the world or color. Things that inspire you, that have always inspired you and never changed through time as you became older. Like little corners, smell of trees, a line in you, unchanged by time. Let's see if we can remember that. And for those of you who can't remember their past, think about what inspires you. Bring 2 or 3 events that inspire you in this life, and maybe you can see an unchained line. It always inspired you. So let's find that space inside us, unchanged by time, unchanged by what we know, what we learn, our maturity. One that the 3-year-old, the 30-year-old, and the 60-year-old, and the 90-year-old will say, yeah, yeah. I was always drawn to mysticism. I was always drawn to look at the stars. Hugs, smile with reassurance, spirit. So there's a part of you unchanged by time, an aspect of you unchanged by time. Your spirit. So I connect with you as you connect with your spirit. And I'm not sure where it is in your body. Some people I feel it right in front of them. Some people I feel it a little bit above. I have a good spot for it. It may be a little painful at first, but I think you'll like it. Behind your heart. Could you focus your awareness to the space behind your heart? If you don't know exactly what it is, just imagine that you do. Go with intuition to the space behind your heart, the part of your heart that faces your back, not the front. And let's just breathe into there. Like when we breathe deep into our chest cavity, our lungs are actually massaging your heart. And so then you can really feel that space come to life. So now invite that spark of life, that essence of who you are, like you came to this world in a certain vibration of consciousness, and those little snippets of memories or the things that move you has something to do with that spirit that came. And maybe in other lifetimes it was not quite this, but in this one that's what it is. So whenever you feel those things, it makes you feel moved or happy or at home or at ease. So I'm gonna put it in the energy of the spark. So as I connect with this group, for some of you the back of the heart will work, but for some of you it wants to go right in the middle of the chest. That's fine. As long as we can plant that spark somewhere inside us. In the middle of the chest, behind your heart. If yours goes completely somewhere else, then let it go where it wants to go, like the center of the torso somewhere. It's fine. So let's bring the spark of your spirit's consciousness behind your heart or the center of your chest. And now letting it spark. And as it sparks, you're welcome to remember, you probably already do, a moment or a couple of moments where you looked at the sky and you felt like the world is you and you're the world, and that this moment lasts forever. Or any one of those versions of eternal things. Intensifying the spark. You can ask the spark if it's the energy of your spirit's presence and see what it tells you. You can ask the spark, why am I here in this lifetime? What is truly important to me? Now see a small version of yourself sitting right inside your chest, like in a lotus position, staring at the spark. Slowly reaching your hands forward, touching the spark carefully not to smush it, and slowly bringing it inside your chest, into your heart, wherever you want to place it, around the heart area, behind, in front, or wherever else. Now the small version of you grows into your body, and here you are, and it's vibrating all around your chest. In this world where there's so much coming at us from the outside, and this pulls this direction and that pulls this direction, and someone just said something that didn't sit well with me, and so on and so forth, rather than be affected by things that are not inspiring me, instead of trying to make sense of it all, I can just go in here, feel that spark, the essence of my existence in this world, sparkling in my chest. So maybe somebody hurt your feelings, or maybe somebody didn't see you, or maybe it didn't end up being like what you want. And maybe there's global warming and you don't like your political experience, and la 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 la. Instead of looking for answers and reassurance out there, right there with your spark. Remembering who you are, remembering why you're here. Remember this gentle, powerful beauty that you're made out of. When life gets you dull, connect with your spark, essence of your existence. We don't need answers. Sometimes we just need comfort. Answers are not always comforting. And the outside world will never be even if they're not even inside us, and connecting with our inner existence is comforting. This little light of mine, I'll make it shine, right? Sometimes when I tell people go within, and they don't know where to go, even though they know their inner experience. But when you put this spark shining right there of the essence of your existence, it's a really beautiful location. It's easy to access. Right now as we work, I intensify it in your chests. So with the grace, it'll be easy for you to go there beyond this meditation. And you can bring a smaller image of yourself in your mind's eye. Sit yourself right in front of it, or stand, or lie down. Be comfy and connect with it with your eyes, and let it sparkle in your eyes, in your essence. And feel how it melts you in comfort and a smile. And with all the questions of who you are that keep changing as you keep growing, this one doesn't change. It was born before you or became a person, and it connects to the energy of the light of creation. So it's timeless. It just happens to be you right now as a person, as you are a person on this planet. So in this timed reality, you have a timeless aspect of yourself right here in your chest. I feel its luxury. I invite those who feel called to put both of their hands on their chest, and you can feel it even through your hands. And in this humbling moment, if there's prayers you wish to share with your spark, with divine, with this moment, with this space, with my presence, with whatever you feel, please do. Amen. With the grace of divine love, all prayers of light beings be answered. And when you go out in your world and meet the people in your life, and sometimes it doesn't go so cool, and you look at them and see that they don't feel their spark. And you don't have to tell them anything about it, but when you stand there in front of them, not feeling the spark, and you do feel the spark. I won't tell you how it ends, but you could see some magic when that happens. And you can talk about the weather, it doesn't matter what you talk about. Talking about the weather with a spark is a very different story. Your light will light up the other person. Practice and see. And bringing our focused awareness to our breath again. Deep inhales down to the diaphragm, to the abdomen, maybe even beyond. Exhaling with or without sound, depending on where you're at. Feel the movement that happens as you breathe deeply. Loosen your joints and become the movement. Yeah, nothing to hold on to. Sparks probably still in your chest, may it be there always, so I'm not going to stop that part of the meditation. Just breathing and being together. See how beyond the physical space, we're all in the same space. And that's also a miracle. Stillness. And taking another deep breath. Exhaling with sound if you have sound. And as soon as you're ready, you're welcome to open your eyes.